thought I would make a video for anybody who maybe thinks that either they themselves, so you, the person who's watching this, or somebody in their family, maybe their child, their spouse, their cousin, their aunt, their uncle, their grandma. I mean, opiate addiction hits anybody. It is indiscriminate. I mean, it ain't racist, it ain't sexist, it's not ageist, it does not care. Addiction can hit anybody, and I thought I would come up with some of the things that I personally did for people to watch out for or potentially to relate to, for you to maybe think rationally about whether you or your loved one is addicted at the very least or abusing their pain medication. And the first one for me was my moods were really up and down, and sometimes even when I would take it started with Norco, and then it went to Percocet, and then it went to methadone, which sickeningly enough was actually my favorite because it gave me energy and it made me high, which is just terrible. But it's also really effective at pain management. So that's a hard one. It was actually probably the most effective outside of Celebrex. Celebrex is non-narcotic. It works really well, but it's hard on your liver, and I've had a liver transplant because of my past. So if somebody's having really severe up and down mood swings where sometimes they literally are like, let's do something, let's, redesign, redecorate the entire house, or let's reorganize the garage, and then they get really like angry in the middle of it, and then they have to like take a pill or something, and then all of a sudden they're back into it. And or one of the other things is sometimes towards the end I'd have to take so much that I would throw up a lot because your body's not meant to take that much toxic crap into it. So if you're around somebody and you either suspect them or they take pain medicine and they're nauseous or vomiting often, chances are they're taking too much. Also, if you find that they're befriending other people, or you are befriending other people that take medicine in case you take that same medicine in case you need to borrow it, or if you actually steal it from them. I mean, I did horrible things. If you do that, or if you see that, that's a big red flag. If you have ever had a dream about finding painkillers, you're definitely an addict. If you run out and the panic is like you're gonna die, you're an addict. And if somebody is constantly complaining that somebody stole their medicine, or they lost it, or they dropped it in the sink, and I'm thinking of all the lies that I said, or the toilet and they all dissolved, or they dropped the bottle and then it got ran over by a car, they just straight up lost it, somebody had friends over and they must have taken it, stuff like that, they're an addict. Or you are. There are so many things. I mean, I actually had befriended somebody whose dad took pain medication just so that I could take some of it. I mean, it's just terrible what addiction does, because I consider myself a pretty kind, thoughtful, and respectful person. I did things that were just god-awful. Luckily, I never, injected medication. I never went to heroin, thank God. I never, sold my body for it. Thank God. But people do. I mean, I took stuff from people. I stole it that I shouldn't have. I mean, thank God this was, over 20 years ago. But still, the things that addiction can do is terrifying. So if you see any of these signs, or if somebody's constantly running out of their meds early, that's a big one.